Hey, what up, Rob? All right, market open. GLDC, NIO, XPEV, Apple up 2%. Gapping up, Tesla a little bit, AMD. Eyeballing a big Nvidia trade right now. Look familiar, ladies and gentlemen? Looks familiar to me. Yeah, so we kind of have a bread and butter pattern right now, and we happen to just find one on Nvidia. Looks like AMD. No, look at that pattern. A little bit, little bit. This is all of 2020 here. I don't know if AMD has that look to it. Not really. I'd really liken it more to this name right there. It's a good one. Hey, ITX. Sheesh. Dang. Wow. What do these guys do again? These the AI guys? Damn, Rob. When someone's gonna do this, you need to let me know. So, yeah, just stay with it for now. Well, you mentioned AITX. You didn't say it was gonna go up, 400% in 3 days. Come on, man. Gotta be honest. Soxel up here is a good thing. Yeah, I agree with you. I think the push-up's pretty good. They definitely took some off the table here towards the end of the day, right there. But you can see there was also quite a bit of buying pressure as well, and a little bit of that here too. Yeah, so I'm not mad at all at this thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's going to 10x on you in about 4 days. So it's not like taking profits is out of the picture. Um, but yeah, artificial intelligence restructures convertible debt, orders from top 20. Yeah, that's quite a bit of movement right there. Nasdaq 0.8%, Genus 8%. All right, broke out of its little pattern here a few days ago. Looks like it's still going. Rocket to all right, Rocket up towards the high of yesterday. We'll see how that handles it. So far, not so bad. Nasdaq doing good, 0.9% on the Nasdaq. Corvo has a TLGT. Oh, that is a doozy. That is a doozy. Up and right back down. Volume waning throughout the day. I don't like the look of that one. And Uber not going anywhere fast. AMD 2.6. It's got to be another new high. Yes, it is for AMD. You like it? What are you saying? Uber Eats. That's, yeah, Uber Eats. KGKG. Yeah. Looks like rinse and repeat of this pattern a little bit. You mentioned yesterday it's about the same percentage above the 200-day moving average. So far acting as definitely some resistance. That's definitely elevated selling volume. What's up, Ellie? So someone decided to sell a few shares. Yeah, it's not the biggest volume in the world, but it's pretty big. And it wasn't supported. That's a problem. No, I haven't got it yet. It's just kind of floundering around today. It gapped up a little bit. I was trying to see what it was gonna do. So let's go over that trade again. So yeah, so we've identified Nvidia. So Nvidia here, very similar to Tesla. This is along with the model book stocks I've been doing recently. So what we have is an extreme run up. This one, I'm actually building a stock, but 212% run up is how I have this one, which is one of the lower ones. AMD did 185%, then ran 117%. This one's up 212%. Hopefully, it goes up another 100%, but we'll see how that goes. But this does have a potential to get up here. Let's look at the options. What's my target? It says 800, which is a little aggressive on the target side, but still is definitely possible. So yeah, 38% from highs in 45 days is 818. The reason I picked 38%, why are these why do I have both of these up here? That's weird. Um let's get rid of that one. Hold on a second. Studies, edit studies. I like the volume average 50, so it's not going to be there. There we go. Okay. The reason I chose that is because we had a prior Nvidia run that was very similar to that. Do I not have enough time? That's 2017, I thought. Darn it. Yeah, 2017, 365%. Oh, I think that's it. Yeah, it's right here. Okay. Freaking lost too much stuff on the chart. Let me check my model book here. Netflix, AMD, and take an NVIDIA snapshot. Oh, no, that's current. Okay, looks like I didn't quite get all of them. NVIDIA 2020. Okay. Well, let me. Here's. Yeah, this is probably where the chart is. There it is. Haha. All right. So, this one, very similar run up. Even it almost has the COVID thing here in 2016. It's kind of funny. Similar run up, fairly tight triangle here, declining volume. And then boom, you get a big old gap up. And this one also runs that same percentage I was just talking about. 30, 38, 39% in. This one did it in how many days? It's not gonna say days. 28 days. This one did it in 28 days from the actual breakout. And pretty low volume there. And then we can go here. Declining volume. Symmetrical versus a descending, but that's fine. Yes, I'm ignoring this up here. Mainly because of this high right here is underneath the trend line. But this fits very well also. The timing of this is going to be a little more, a little different, however. Overstock, Dimitri. Let's take a look at Overstock. Those guys had a huge run that we completely missed. Oh, wow, and they've come down quite a bit. Look at that friggin' run. Jeez. Ethan, you should have told me this run was going to do that. I blame you. I blame you, Ethan. Don't blame me. Now we blame, but don't.
I do.
But don't.
Do.
Ethan, 6 times 7.
You.
6 times 7. Yeah, you looked at it. He told me, I ignored him. I don't ignore. It's actually not horrible, Dimitri. I mean, I'm not ready to jump in front of an overstock. I mean, it is down significantly. It's cut in half, 128 to under 60. That's over 50%. Fair enough, Ellie. Yeah, it's actually not bad, but it's not something I really, really want to jump in front of. Okay, I gotta figure out these styles over here. There we go. Yeah, so we're under all these moving averages currently. We'd have to get above this 50-day moving average for me to even be interested in an uptrend. I really do only like to buy in uptrends, and so far it's a nice consolidation. It's not my kind of a buy though. If you don't mind buying and holding for a while, you could give this a shot, but if it undercut the prior low, I would want to be out of it considering it could take on lower prices. Yeah, Apple does. Ooh, Apple curling up today. If you like it, buy it. If you like it, just buy it. But I have a feeling we're gonna put in another local high and then base out a little bit longer. But this does look real. I actually had an Apple position on this breakout, but I ditched it. I'm not sure if I regret it. I don't know. I had it for a little bit, but I think I think I could have ended up profitable in it, but I decided to ditch it. What up, cool sheet? Holding Amazon and Quad U. Well, I think Amazon's basing right now, which is fine. And then I haven't really looked at Quad U. U. This looks very extended. Yeah, for sure, Dimitri. Huge reversal candle yesterday. That's kind of a red flag. Didn't really kill anything though, but it's still up significantly, and that's a big topping candle. So have to be a little bit cautious on that one. Not sure how much you're up, but maybe consider taking some profit or something. Yeah, Bitcoin's doing its own thing right now. I got the Head and Shoulders. Did you see my video? See my video on that? Yeah, cool sheet. Yeah, just the video kind of tells the whole story on that one. But Bitcoin's at an inflection point right now. It's gonna pop or it's gonna fail. So I was what? Oh, spot on the Head and Shoulders. Yeah, well, I had two videos. One I put out last night, and then one I put out the other day. So both kind of about the Head and Shoulders pattern. Invalidation. Well, we're really close to that high up here, but I've got the 19650 basically is my invalidation point. It's just below the head, just below all-time highs, but if it is a Head and Shoulders pattern, it shouldn't really double top. All right, Carvana looks like it's trying to poke its way into all-time highs. Apple 4% now. 96 million iPhones, blah, 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 blah. It's freaking Apple, okay? No one's selling Apple. That's why Apple goes up. AMD, 3% new highs. AMD's looking really good. Like I said, we got a big trade on NVIDIA. But it's not doing anything yet. So I'm not quite sure I'm ready to pull triggers quite yet on NVIDIA. But I'm itching. I'm freaking itching on this one. I do like this one for 800, and if I can get cheaper, that would be great. If it were to blast off, that would be good too. I'll make less money, but it'd be pretty cool. Market's doing pretty good, 0.8%. We're holding up relatively nicely. Lower volumes on the up days. I don't know what's going on with these futures volume though. If you look at the Qs, our volumes are already fairly normal. But yeah, we had lower volume stepping in here, higher volume there, and right back to some lowish volume. So intriguing, but yeah. Like I said, NVIDIA, I'm going to wait for this one, Ellie, for me. I do like it. Hope I don't miss it. Shouldn't miss it. I'm not planning on missing it. Oh, the NVIDIA card's all sold out. Dude, everything's sold out. Very Fine Foods dying. Oh, I think I sold. Didn't I sell yesterday? I think I sold yesterday. Why does E-Trade take so freaking long to load? Come on, man. All right, I do not have Very Fine Foods anymore. Looks like I banked that profit. Good. I've got the only one I have really is Riot and UAL. I'm not really happy with UAL at the moment, as it's putting in a longer basing pattern, and it's not continuing through, unfortunately. Yeah, maybe I'll ditch this. January 5th. I have a month left on this one. Yeah, I'll just ditch it. Why is Firefox so damn slow? Eight seconds from when I pick a drop down and it postulates on the screen. It shows on the screen. 8 seconds. Stupid. 8 seconds when I freaking click something and it does something. 8 seconds. One. Two. Okay, that one worked. So weird. All right, I just ditched UAL. What'd you mention? APHA? So APHA right now is on this trend line on the weekly. It does look like it's starting to roll over. I would be definitely more on the side of ditching it than holding it personally. You may get a bounce back up towards recent highs, but usually sometimes I exit and then it bounces up, then it rolls over. But if I hold on to it, it just drops. Welcome to trading, right? Ethan, stop. Give it to me. You're done. Don't sit there trying to hack my stuff. It's not cool, bud. Did you say pancakes for James? It's very nice. Did you get enough? Did you get enough? Okay. Yeah, if things aren't doing what I want them to do, I just exit. That I learned that from Dan Zanger, and it just works out pretty well. About one Apple stock. Yeah, it's going. Hopefully. When Apple gets bullish, man, it gets pretty good. Waiting for this Nvidia trade to develop though. It's on the table right now, and it would be huge, absolutely huge. I don't know. Well, you think March is good enough? Most of my options, I like it. Most of the options that I've done are usually leaps or 6 months out or something like that. That's not really an issue, but the issue is I always sell them well before that. So why don't I just buy a shorter term option? Usually I treat that as insurance, so I take less of a gain, so I can have a little bit more confidence. So let's see. So we can look at March right now. Yeah, many at 1,000%. If you go out to, so it's March and then June. So 94 days versus 185 days. And 185 days gets you to high 300s, 350. But then 94 days gets you to 1,000. Jeez. What you looking to see in NVIDIA? A breakout, cool sheet. A breakout. This looks almost exactly like Tesla. And I've been modeling the Tesla trade. If you remember my Tesla 1000 video with the Apple chart, NVIDIA has one like that and one right now like that. So I think it is one of those potentially really good trades. Just a huge run up, big triangle, and then boom, a subsequent large breakout. That's what I'm looking at. The question is March. The question is 800 by March unreasonable? Which that's the 18th right there. So that's it. My original target was 667. I'm sorry, 670, whatever. But if it's like that, like it's gotta go and just take off straight up. It's gotta do that, right? But then if you look at Tesla, look what it just did. Straight up. So, I mean, it definitely can happen. And NVIDIA, I mean, it's a blockbuster stock. It's a good one. So, I'm hoping to blast off towards the 700-800 area. Yeah, let's say, so my original target was 765 for NVIDIA. And that would put it at, and see, that's still super good gain. Yeah, that's a good strike price. Did you get it, Ellie, before you jumped in here? Or were you waiting for me? Yeah, so looks like the March 660 is pretty good. Could even go 640. Shoot, could even go to 570. That's still 500% gain. I was asking you if you got in before you came to the show or if you just came to the show and was waiting. I thought you just said you didn't like Apple. You're waiting for me? Okay. I like it. I'm a little trepidatious on pulling early triggers vis-a-vis Starbucks fuck my account fiasco, which is basically what it did. Ethan laughed when I said that. Do you like curse words? Are curse words funny? They're not? You don't think so? Then why'd you laugh? Why'd you laugh? It was funny. It's okay. You can be honest. You don't have to say what you think I want to be honest. Do you think curse words are funny? No? I think curse words are funny. I think they're hilarious. But I think you have to know when to say them, which most kids don't. Most Ellies don't either. Yeah, I'm not making fun of Ellie. You got Apple options for January? Yeah, I've been in and out of different options now and that for a while. All right, so Q's doing good, Nvidia doing good, NIL, Apple doing great, XPEV. You know what? I'm kind of liking XPEV down here. What do you guys think about XPEV? Got rid of cursing in your life? Yeah, I think about it, but I like it kind of. But when when I'm on most streams, I very pointed if any. Yeah, very pointed if any. Apple position in 5 minutes. You're gonna add? Okay. On a drop. Theory about large caps that the prices held by institutions to accumulate lower. Same thing happened to AMD. You mean in the prior base here, in this base here, the one prior to this one? Because we were all over AMD too. It just took like 2 months for that to get going. The paint dry pattern. Well, yeah, it's a little different. The AMD and the Nvidia patterns, they're definitely different. What I really like that Nvidia chart just really looks like the model book that I've been putting together for the past couple of weeks. It's pretty textbook. I mean, I need to do a little more work on it, but it's got all the signs right there. I mean, I don't know what else I need to see. Tons of volume up here, tremendous amount of volume everywhere. Lower volume over here right now towards the top tip of the triangle, and then we get these big ass breakouts all the time. It just seems to happen fairly consistently. Oh, faking things as well. It shouldn't fake. If it fakes, it's not this trade then. That's the thing. If I get in this trade, I'm of the expectation that it's gonna do everything that I think it's gonna do. And if it doesn't, then it's not that trade, it's something else. Did you see your comment about upward channel? No, I didn't see that. Where's that? Oh, XPEV with a possible delisting? Where's your channel? Could almost ignore the first on AITX. Okay, what's your comment regarding? Which symbol? On Nvidia? Oh, if I ignore that topping candle, do that. Yeah, yeah, you could. I mean, I definitely took some liberties over here, so we can take some liberties there too. Kind of a similar situation. Darn it, I wish I could just click. I guess it duplicates fine. Yeah, gotcha. I need to get NVIDIA on my. Let me do this real quick. I need to get NVIDIA on my model books. This prior run here. See, they're all a little similar, but they're all obviously a little different. Excuse me if this just kind of takes you guys out of the picture for a minute. So 362% for, and like I said, I'm putting a model book together. Okay, I got that one. I just need the chart right now. And then let me do, I mean, it really kept going. It just took its sweet ass time. That's the problem with NVIDIA, is that it could take its sweet ass time, which sucks. All right, I need to get another software other than Google Sheets, Google Documents for this, because although I do say I like its header, NVIDIA 20, I guess it was 2018. All right, there we go. Yeah, so I'll show you this model book that I've got right now going on. Okay, so here is, can I get this viewing? It's a little better. All right, so here's Tesla currently. Here's the run up, 888%, and we're guessing about 100% up from that, 514. There's Nvidia currently. Here's Apple. So there's the large extended symmetrical triangle, large extended symmetrical triangle. And then here's Netflix 2013, 1000% symmetrical triangle. Slightly different shape. This one actually arches over than comes up, but that's actually fairly common. 218. This one also kind of arching over a little bit and popping up, flagging and then going. AMD, this one almost straight up in a straight line and then sideways and then pops up. And here's NVIDIA 2018, almost straight up, consolidate and then pop up. So a gap there, not a gap on AMD here in 2016. Not sure if that's a gap on Taser, a gap on Netflix, small gap on Apple. NVIDIA hasn't broken out yet. Tesla did have a gap too. Most of them gap up, at least the ones that I've found with this overarching large pennant pattern. 804. Added to Apple. XPEV 5%. Litecoin getting up there a little bit on a little pullback. 3 black crows. All right. No, I'm just sitting here, Frank. I'm just chatting with a conspiracy theorist. He's trying to convince me of conspiracy theories. And some of them do come true, but like I don't really care. All right. And I am not going away fast. Tesla holding up relatively well. XPEV. Let's go check out our NVIDIA. If you were holding stocks and believe in longer time frame, how would you hold very fine food? How would I hold? Oh, how long? Well, I already took profits on very fine food, so apparently not very long. Um, oh, Ellie, he's just going off about the whole election being rigged thing. That's all. It's over there in elect. He made an election chat room. See, 50 doesn't like love and politics because, he can't convince us of his internet forum, quote unquote, facts. And then, so he made conspiracy theories. Then he made election. So, oh, it's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy until it's proved. Even if it was rigged, it's not proved. And what you gonna do about it? It's nothing to do anyways. Just internet stuff. That's all. Even if he's right and I'm wrong, doesn't matter. We can't do anything about it. 50 court cases thrown out or withdrawn. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing. Look, I'm sure there were probably a couple of ballots here and there that were done. That's something we're done with, but you're not going to do it to the tune of millions. It doesn't make. I don't know. I don't know. It's not even worth discussing. That's what I was saying. Like I was just telling him I don't care anymore. I'm like I really don't care. It's fine. The courts sort it out. We live by the system of courts. So, well, no, they're not thrown out because of not enough to change the election. They're thrown out because of lack of evidence. I've watched a few of the court hearings on tape, and one of them there was like a bunch of people with sworn affidavits, and once they realized that if they turned them into the court, it had a perjury offense that went along with it. They withdrew it. They all withdrew. So it's not that no one cares. Have the courts do something. 50, 60 court cases. I mean, what do you want? You're not going to do anything if 50 and 60 court cases are thrown out. You can't do anything. Go and protest if everyone feels that strongly. I mean, people bitched about, Black Lives Matter and all that, but at least they got up and protested. They didn't just scream. Otherwise, it's just another normal Twitter bitch fest that doesn't amount to anything. So if it actually mattered to someone, they'd be protesting in the streets, but it still won't change the court's decisions. So it's all about the courts. Doesn't matter what you think or I think. It's about what the courts rule. That's it. So don't really care. And that was true with Trump. I could have my opinions about Trump, but I never said, oh, he should have been impeached. We were here for that. Did I ever say that? No, I never said that. And then he was found innocent. I'm like, okay, it is what it is. You know what I mean? No double standard at all. Not for me. Now I can have an opinion about it, and that's fine. I'm not faulting 50 for his opinion. I'm just saying I'm not going to sit there and argue and fight about it. I'm like, that's it. I saw news and a lot of noise. Well, no, I watched the hearings. I literally watched. There were 2 impeachment hearings. I watched all of the first one and most of the second one. I listened to the Democrats ask questions. I listened to the Republicans ask questions. I mean, what more do you want? And then I formulated my opinion, which was I think it was shitty, but it probably wasn't enough for him to get impeached, especially in the Senate. You knew the House was going to do it. That was a foregone conclusion, but yeah, it probably wasn't enough. Well, definitely what he could have done twice as much. He said twice as much as he said in the Senate. Still wouldn't have convicted. Just like the House was still going to convict if he said half as much as he said. Bias in what? The Senate can have the Senate do hearings. Have the Senate do hearings. The Senate can fucking do hearings. I mean, look, you go by our laws. That's how you have to go. You can't. Yeah, well, you can. You can sit here and say, oh, it's fucking rigged. It's definitely rigged, blah, blah, blah. You can say that, but were you in a fucking polling station? No, you're listening to some douchebag on a fucking thread. At the end of the day, lawyers that are paid $500 an hour are going to court and telling telling the judges that they're filing these cases with that there's no fraud. They're not saying fraud. they're saying this and they're saying that, but it's not fraud, and they're still getting denied and thrown out. That's the world that we actually live in. That's the world that we live in, at least in the States. So at least we try to think. At least we try to think that's the way it is. And maybe Biden's just better at rigging than the other people. I don't know, but you think the Republicans aren't trying to rig some shit? You think Republicans are sitting there all pious in church 24/7 praying to God, but then, well, rigged is fraud. It's the same thing. And Trump rode the Hillary's the devil wave, Muhammad. So what do you want? I mean, what do you want? It's that, dude, it's the pot calling the kettle black left and right. And then one wins one year, one wins another year. If you guys have been in the country for any longer than, I don't know, 8 years, you would have seen that. It's just one flip of the coin and the other flip of the coin. It goes back and forth constantly. You very rarely get two Democratic presidents. You very rarely get two Republican presidents. It flip flops. I don't know what to say. It just does. Yeah. So whatever. It's gonna be what it's gonna be, guys. I'm just here trying to make some fucking money. I mean, look, I made my vote. You guys made your vote. Our voices counted. The system did what the system does. You just move on. You can bitch about Biden all you want. That's fine. No issues with that. But our system is not rigged. I will say that. Look, in every election, is there going to be a percentage of fraud? Absolutely. Absolutely, there's going to be a percentage of fraud, whether it's 0.001% or 1% or 10%. There's what 100,000 plus people across the country that are working on elections. So it's going to be a small percentage unless you have to get all of those people to work together on a specific fraud. And half of them are going to be one side, half of them are going to be the other, and there's going to be some libertarian too. Yeah. Whether Trump won or Biden won, whatever. I was actually already on election. I'm like, well, Trump's winning. All right. Like, that was as much as I was invested. I really didn't care. I still don't care. What I don't like is people saying that the system is rigged without actual evidence and with 50 cases being thrown out. Um, I don't like how Trump is ending his presidency either. He's kind of being a huge douchebag about the whole thing. And hopefully it's just a one-off and we don't get continued. Hopefully when Biden dies office and Kamala Harris takes over, then, when it comes to the next administration, because if that happens, she won't get reelected. And then she'll hand over nicely to the next Republican president. It's going to be what it's going to be, guys. That's it. And the election won't be rigged. I think it's just watching too much scandal. You know what? Maybe Muhammad. I was thinking about that. He definitely can run. He's only done one term. I think that would be super interesting. That would be super interesting. Trump 2024. I don't know if I would like that or hate that. In one respect, I would like that because holy crap, he would come out swinging. You know what I'm saying? Like, unfortunately, he would still be saying stuff for the next 4 years. But Trump would be weird. Yeah, Trump 2024 would be weird. And the economy's not tanking under Biden. Trump made sure that when they printed $3 trillion. Now the vaccine's coming out. It's gonna be the next couple of years are gonna be good, guys. Next couple of years are gonna be good. Think about 2008, 2009. We've been in a bull market basically ever since, and then we just had one of the deepest corrections in the shortest periods of time and the quickest recovery probably ever. And then we're gonna get stimulus, and we're gonna get lowered earnings, and we're gonna get increased hiring. So the economy and an additional stimulus package, we should be good for the next few years. I mean, this is a wave that's going to float the economy through. Um, yeah, pretty much anything. Pretty much anything. Litecoin? Really? Bitcoin breaking up? That's the story. Nothing else really means much. Still looks like we're right shouldering Litecoin. Oh, 822. I gotta go, guys. I mean Litecoin trying to break up on the daily. Because you zoom in, it's already. Yeah, we've already had Litecoin. Yeah, we got an 8511 alert on Litecoin in the show. Oh, LTC stock. Come on, man. Come on. I know it's a stock show, but you say LTC, I'm gonna think Litecoin. But I gotta go. It's pretty late. Pretty late for me. All right, waiting on Nvidia. That's the only one that I'm really looking at right now. I don't mind hawking that chart all day long. I think that has a very good possibility. Me, come on, man. we'll like, come on, man, come on, man, come on, man, come on, man. Yeah, that's starting to sound dirty. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We can bitch more about politics. I really don't want to do that. I really don't want to bitch about politics. All right, guys, have a great one. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.